That sounds about right.
All right, we are live. Sorry for the
Oh,
lack of intro that we normally have. This is the Bobo brand new community session, so we are lacking certain assets at the moment. Um, but we are live, and let me get started. Welcome to the community stream of Sudo Random Legends. It's kind of a parallel of the original. All right, so the last time we left off, the nine mad lads were off to face an ancient blue dragon known as Gorm, and their friend Luca was on his way on a separate quest given to him by Hayakar in order to rescue Captain Blackheart. He was joined with Captain Draken and was tasked with finding a new crew, which he found at the Devil's Handle. Upon finding them, they got aboard the boat, the St. Annabel Lee, and on their journey in order to save Captain Blackheart, they were sieged by sea hags and her sea spawn. They were able to vanquish these foes, and upon destroying them, they noticed that there was an interesting treasure chest at the bottom of the St. Annabel Lee, which contained an oyster which held a pearl that seemed to have the stars within it, or at least that's what it appeared to be. Upon noticing this, they returned to the bow of the ship, and they saw that they were approaching a campsite along the shore. And upon closer inspection, it was Captain Blackheart who was talking to a large storm giant. And upon getting closer, the storm giant disappeared into the sky with a clash of lightning. So, we are now back on the bow of the ship with our players.
Ooh.
And just a bit of an introduction. Everybody that's playing, introduce the names of their characters. Starting
all
with
right. I'll go
Shakti.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Rivas Alistair, and I am a paladin.
All right. Rowan.
Oh, she MIA. She go.
She might be
Chicka.
MIA.
Are you? Do you have the Discord up on there too? So you. Okay.
I know I'm here. I was just chewing my steak and I didn't want you guys to hear it. You know how I feel about food ASMR. It's a no-no.
Oh, please skip. Skip. I'll take it.
Absolutely
I'll take
not.
it. Oh,
My
please. I
character's name
beg
is
you.
Valen Celebrin, and I am a half-elf druid.
Oh, okay. And Panda.
Um, my name is Gorazir, and I'm a dragon.
All right. And so right now we are on the bow of the ship. We have a newcomer. They haven't been introduced yet, but we'll get into that very soon. So, first things first. We are on the bow of the ship, and we have just vanquished the sea hag. So immediately, what happens is after y'all have arrived to the top of the ship with the pearl, one of the crewmates, particularly Nyx, informs Captain Draken. Captain, hold on, I gotta remember her voice. Captain, no, was it Irish? I can't remember. We'll just go with the standard. Okay. Captain, I believe we have a pressing issue at hand. What are you talking about? Well, it appears when they boarded the ship, they poked a hole in the side of it, and we do have a leaking problem. I see. At that point, Captain Draken immediately moves down to the bottom most part of the ship. If anybody's willing to join, they can.
I'm joining.
Okay. So the damage...
Alan is joining.
The damage is along the side, right about here.
Oh, okay.
And
see, I
it's
see.
not on the bottom of the ship, but it's on the side, so water is pouring in. You're already kind of up to your ankles in water. And Captain Draken immediately acts by pushing a lot of the stuff to the side. Can I get a little help moving this stuff?
Sure. I'll come help.
Okay. All
I
right.
will
So
also come help.
all right. So I'm going to need y'all to make a strength check.
All right. That is a D20, isn't it?
Yes, that would be a D20 plus your modifier.
All right. Boop. That's a 15. Oh, snap.
How do we do this again? Just rolling 1d20, or is it like
Yeah.
1d20?
So you do forward slash
There we go.
Oh, it's for me. It's a 17.
1d20.
I have +2 on that.
Yeah. So you do. Let me see if I can get.
Got it. Oh my god, you guys! I got over a 5. Holy shit! I got more than 5.
I'm so proud.
That's a starter. We're gonna get there.
Wait, I didn't show up for me. So you got a 5?
So you got an.
I got a 9.
You got a 9.
Also, if you don't know how to roll, check out the toolbar on the upper left, where there's the die, and there you can choose which one you want to roll.
Oh, well, wait.
Oh yeah, no, that was mine. I rolled. So you do
Oh,
forward.
wait, I see what happened. I forgot to hit enter on this one thing. Anyways, let me do this again.
Yeah, it looks like that
Oops.
without the quotes.
Yeah, I got it.
Ooh,
Oopsies.
be lower than 5.
Why? Why is my
Not
why
the
is my
question
laptop
mark.
doing this? You guys, tonight is not my night already, as you can see. Things are going horribly. Oh my god!
Oh
Fucking kidding
no!
me!
Oh
Well, that
no! Oh
stinks.
no!
Okay,
This-
so
For the love of God, out of 20, I could only get a 3.
I
Okay,
did
so-
17.
What do I do?
Same. Oh, don't get mad.
so Captain Draken starts moving everything out of the side. There's some canvas covered crates. There's some kegs, and some iron lock boxes. He starts shoving things aside. Oh, I picked the wrong person. It's not Horlesborough. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that person. Get rid of that person. Get rid of that person. They exist. They're
You're
just
deleting people.
They exist. They're just not in this universe right now.
Ooh, they're
they
gone.
They have poofed into purgatory. All right.
Wait, that's not good.
It's a good
Yeah,
purgatory.
if
It's a
people
happy
poof.
purgatory where they
I want to
dream.
poof too.
They
My
dream
map
of
is
memes.
not cooperating.
The map is not cooperating.
My map is not cooperating.
Well, that's not good. What's going on? Can
What
you
does
not
that
see?
even mean?
I don't know, every time I try to zoom in, it just disappears.
Oh, magician. It's a
Whoops.
freaking magician.
Oh. Zoom out and then move over and zoom in.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to. Apparently I'm having technical difficulties tonight.
If only any of us knew anything about technology.
Hmm. I sure as hell don't.
You zoom out and you zoom in and you can't see anything.
It won't let me move. All I'm doing is staring at water.
I'm gonna move everybody. Oh, I see. Do you have scroll bars along the bottom and top?
Yeah, and they're not working. That's the problem.
I guess just refresh. It might be pooping its pants.
We apologize for
Try
this.
Oh, poopy.
Don't worry, guys. Web is the future. Web is the future of everything. Everything should be programmed in web because it's perfect, right? There's no problems with it at all.
Amen.
Sounds
And so
good
we
to
shall
me.
be.
I'm still staring at water.
Okay, can you drag around the screen now?
Water.
Yeah,
Water.
oh, there we go. wait,
There's also like a pan view, and you can, for me, I can right click and you can pan, but it's kind of
got
weird.
it. I got it. I can see the ships.
Okay,
I
cool,
fixed
cool.
it.
So we're on the rightmost ship. Anyway, so Rivas is able to. He's slipping a little bit, and he's kind of having trouble getting his grips on the items that he's moving, but he's able to help out Captain Draken moving the crates. And Valen, well, she makes an attempt. Oh, I deleted you, Valen. Crate.
Oh!
Crate. I deleted you.
Down!
Balin just dies. That's it. Balin's gone. Bye, you guys. It was fun
Just-
playing.
Hold on.
Completely
Hold on.
dead.
I can fix this.
How could you, Carrot? How could you?
All right, you are an elf mage.
I dropped my headphones and my chocolate cream pie, and now there's whipped cream all over them, you guys.
Oh no. Whipped
Who's
cream
that?
pie.
That's
Oh, is that? Oh, that Colton? Yeah, that'd be Colton.
not
Colton, where
cool.
did you take us? Where are we? Give us the rundown.
What?
What?
That's not Colton.
Right. Oh, wait. Then who is it?
This is most definitely Neverlander.
Oh, Neverlander did hop on.
I just hopped on to say that I love you guys and you guys are awesome.
Oh,
Aw.
that's a lie. That's a complete
Aw,
lie. Stop
shut up.
lying.
Oh, shucks.
Where the heck is this thing?
That's we talking.
Also, they didn't tame you as Gunstar tries to find what he's looking for. Because he still hasn't found what he's looking for.
Yeah, because somebody deleted me.
Hey, I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Hey, why would
How do
you go
you
to
hide
people?
I was almost completely together, and then I messed up.
So you guys realize what just happened there, right? It was a full-on "I don't feel so good" dark
Yeah.
moment.
And then suddenly, out of nowhere,
It's too
Nope.
soon to make those jokes. Thanks very
still
much.
haven't
I just
found-
watched that movie for the first time last night.
There we
Calm down.
go.
Yeah, therefore it's still too soon. Who has the beeping going on in their background?
Beeping or a 3D printer?
Yeah,
that
we
what
be
that
hearing
noise is?
everything.
I
Is
definitely
that what that noise
I
is?
just like to beep every now and then. That's what that is.
Okay. Wait. Now let's see. Show nameplate. Save changes. Okay, thank you. All right, Valen, you're alive. You have returned to this realm. Horlsborough is dead. Just kidding. He's not dead, but he's not here.
He's gone.
Yeah.
I saw Ye Dungeon Master and I thought it said Ye Dumpster Master.
I mean,
Ah,
right now.
Kind of.
maybe. Okay. So Rivas is moving the boxes, although he's a little bit slippery. Valen attempts to, and it just slips right out of your hands. You can't get a grip on any of the items. And yeah, so you kind of just you move off to the side and you kind of stand there.
Out of the way.
Anyway, so after most of the things are cleared, you see Captain Draken. He takes one of the kegs and he kind of shoves it in the hole, and then he says, "Everybody stand back." So I'm gonna assume everybody kind of clears the area a bit, and he looks at the hole and he uses ice breath, and he is able to freeze around the keg and around the hole with a thick amount of ice, which appears to have sealed the hole somewhat. And at this point, there is still water at the bottom, but there is not a leak currently. All right, well, it's not perfect, but it'll do the job for now. We need to get this addressed as soon as we rescue the people on shore. That being said, I'm gonna need all the crew at hand to lower the lifeboats and drop anchor. And as he says this, the remaining crew starts getting to work. They head up to the top of the ship, and they start moving the lifeboats. As he's standing there, he notices something out of the corner of his eye. And what he notices is there is a a particular chest that has been broken open. And he walks over to it. Does anybody want to explain the meaning of why this is open?
I haven't the slightest clue.
Yeah, me neither.
Well,
I just heard a loud bump, and then that thing was open, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's not okay because, well, clearly they don't have it, since we dispatched of them. But this particular item is incredibly important. Who has it?
If we knew what you were talking about, we could be of more help, I guess.
I see. If I recall correctly, it was, I believe, everybody roll a history check.
History check, okay.
What is that?
D20.
Just a D20 plus history.
D20. Whoop. That's a 7.
A 7.
What is the modifier?
You should have a history modifier. It's your intelligence, and if you don't have a proficiency in it, it's just your raw intelligence modifier.
Alright, give me a second. Do I have it? No, I do not. It's a 7.
Okay. So you do not recall this, but Valen should. Zavagak was the one who broke the chest open. And I believe he has it. So we're gonna say that it magically poofed on the ground on the top of the deck.
What? Okay.
Because this is kind of important. But Valen recalls that Zavagak grabbed it from the chest. So what you choose to do with that information is up to you at this point.
Okay.
I don't believe I recall what you're talking about. Could it possibly be what Zavagak brought? I remember him smashing into some kind of chest at one point or another. It was some really pretty looking orb thing. I don't really know how to explain it, but I think he dropped it up deck.
I see. Alright, well, I'm gonna go get that then. And he heads up to the top of the ship. Quite swiftly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was quick.
Yeah. It's just for time's sake.
Dude, we're like Sonic speed right here.
Exactly.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. So he goes up to the top of the ship, and he picks up the orb and kind of breathes a sigh of relief. Yeah, I don't really want to have to go through what I had to go through to get this again. And I'm pretty sure this is the only one of it that exists that I know of.
What exactly is it?
Well, let's just say it's something we don't want to get into the wrong hands. It was very precious to the Tritons, and well, they don't exactly like me now because I have it, but
That's why they all attacked you.
perhaps that is why they attacked me. Anyway,
Well, that's not good.
Oh, for the love of gods!
I'm gonna
What
hold
did
on
you
to
get
this.
yourself into?
It's not something we need to worry about right now. Anyway, he orders Norman Swagglebottom to move it back to the chest and re-secure the chest. And so you can't really see him on the map, but Norman goes back to the bottom of the deck and he, as far as you know, puts it back into the chest.
Hang on. Wasn't the chest like absolutely destroyed when Colton's character tried to smash it open?
Well,
Isn't
you
that
know,
what-
duct tape fixes everything.
There's duct tape.
Flex tape.
Yeah,
We got
I'm
the
gonna-
flex tape, boys.
we can presume he maybe found another container for it. There were a couple of lock boxes
okay.
down there.
Okay.
Anyway, that being said, there are lifeboats that have been readied. The anchor has been cast, and you see Nyx walk up to the captain. Captain, your lifeboats are ready. And you see Lucian and his wolf get into one of the lifeboats. Draken says, Norman, I'm going to need you to stay on the ship for the time being, just to make sure that, nothing goes wrong with the leak at the bottom, and also to protect that bounty. If the ice starts to melt, try and make use of some of the empty kegs we have and see if you can wedge some in there. All right, Captain. I'll do what I can. And he goes down to the bottom of the ship again. Captain Draken gets inside the lifeboat with Nyx and Lucian and the wolf. There are 3 other lifeboats. Y'all can just go ahead and get on any that you want. You can see that Captain Draken is paddling to the shore. So, are y'all gonna just hop in the lifeboats and join them, or are some of you gonna stay behind?
I'm join.
Okay, cool.
I'll join too.
Alright, so we are now.
Ooh, that look good.
Can y'all hear me chewing?
Not really.
No, not really.
Okay. Makes me feel better.
Okay. So, we're just going to pretend that you kind of went this path and...
Oh, we did? Ooh.
Yeah. On the way there, you're with... you're close by to the others, and you can overhear Nyx and Lucian talking. So, Captain, we're going to be adding these people to our crew? How do we know we can trust them? Yes, I don't really enjoy working with new people. We already have enough that have joined, and I don't really know how I feel about them at the moment, Captain. I assure you these people know what they're doing. Captain Blackheart doesn't exactly keep the lousiest of crew around him. And with that, you have arrived on shore. And you can see there is a campfire right about here. There is the Captain Blackheart. This is where the... I'm going to need to get a different color. This is where the storm giant was standing. I'm going to say this is the campfire. Along the shore, you can see there are some gravestones. Little crosses here. And I'm actually going to... Huh. How the heck do you erase? Okay.
Carry
you can
prepared
just
as
drag it.
always.
You can just, yeah, sorry. Anyway, so this is Blackheart. There's a campfire. This is where the campfire was We have a dwarf standing right here. We have another dwarf standing next to him. We also have a dragonborn. Let's hope they have a dragonborn. Okay, no dragonborn. So instead, you get that. Wow, there's a lot of people. Okay. Elf. There's a turtle. There's a turtle-like person standing next to...
Turtle?
Yes, it's a turtle.
A turtle.
It looks like a tortoise.
I love turtles. I once risked my life for a turtle in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I have a pet turtle at home. His name is Yertle.
Oh my god, what's his name? Oh, I used to have one for 14 years. His name was Beans, and I named him after the turtle from Cheaper by the Dozen.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I get a... Yeah, sure, we'll put a knight here. One, two, yeah. Got a turtle.
Phenomena.
That's fine.
Beep, beep.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Okay,
Another
no, that's
dude.
just...
And we'll just do
Gosh.
one more. These are all not the best, but, you know, they're there. So this is the remainder of the crew from Captain Blackheart's ship. So as soon as the boats land ashore, you can see that Luca gets off one of the boats and joins up with Captain Blackheart, or joins up with Captain Draken. One second. And they immediately walk towards Captain Blackheart, and you can see Captain Blackheart walking towards them. And Captain Draken walks directly up to them. Well, if it isn't Captain Blackheart, I don't. Hold on. What's his voice? Gar, I don't suppose I know who you are. Well, Captain Draken's a little bit insulted. Well, I may not be renowned as you, sir, but I believe you should at least recognize my appearance. Right. I guess I do suppose Blue Dragonborn is one that I've seen before. Is Draken. Captain Draken, that does sound familiar. Yes, that is me. And this is, and then, oh, hi, I'm Luca. Luca immediately walks up to Captain Blackheart. I'm here to save you, alright? I got sent here by, Hayakar. Yeah, and, we got a crew. See back there? And Luca gestures towards y'all in the lifeboat. We're here to save you. I don't really suppose I needed saving. I mean, you all know who I am. I always seem to find my way back home. Right. Where exactly is your ship then? Well, I mean, I guess this is pretty good timing. don't exactly have a ship per se, but I'm making do. Right. Anyway, yeah, we're here to take you aboard our ship and bring you back to Wolfwater. Hayakar seemed pretty insistent about that. I see. Well, I was going to get some help from my friends up above, but since you've shown up, I don't suppose I need their help. Plus, they have more important matters to attend to. Are you talking about the big whoosh, the guy that like kind of fell down from the big, the tall, and yes, the storm giant. Yes, I do have some connections with them. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, right. So we need to go. We need to get back. We need to go now. Hayakar said we need to get back as soon as we possibly can. Yeah, that probably would be best. And with that, Blackheart says, "All right, crew. Pay your respects to those we lost, and let's get back to shore." There's a few other lifeboats that Captain Draken had been towing behind his, that the other crew members get inside of. And Captain Blackheart joins Captain Draken and Luca, and Captain Draken gestures towards Nyx and Lucian and his wolf to join the others. And so, is there anything y'all want to do on the shoreline before we head back to the ship?
Are these crates on the map? Are they there, or is this just window dressing?
There is. So there is, as you can see along the shore, there's a bit of flotsam and jetsam that have washed along the beach, which appears to be the remnants of a shipwreck. The crates are there, but they do appear to have been opened already. Some of them look like they just had rum and stuff, but the bottles seem to be empty and scattered along the sides.
It's a shame. I could use a drink.
Oh, can we just check anyway, just to be sure?
Yeah, go ahead if you want to.
All right, then I want to check the crates.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll an investigation check.
All right, where are we having that? There's the die.
Am I in this yet?
14.
I apologize. So with that,
4.
you got
It's
a
18.
An 18? Okay.
Yes.
So hold on that for a second. There actually is an extra member of the crew that I didn't mention, and it is one of the new players. So if you want to introduce yourself.
Which me?
Which?
Okay. I guess do the new one.
My name is Verlin. I am a wood elf ranger. That is all you need to know.
All right.
Dude, this is like a elf fest here.
Um,
Everybody's an elf.
So, as I'm gonna put, I kind of have a bunch of people on the screen, so I'm gonna have to. I guess I'll just clear them because we'll deal with them when we get on the ship. But Verlin is one of the members of the crew, and he just joins in the lifeboat and starts heading back to shore, or heading back to the boat. And for the 18 that you rolled, you will see that there is actually a bottle of rum in the crate that hasn't been opened yet. You'll also see that there is a small potion, and it is a minor healing potion.
Ooh. I'm gonna take both the rum and the potion.
In the kegs, they're mostly empty. Some of them have some gunpowder in it. And as you're working, or as you're looking inside of it, one of the crew members walks up to the keg and says, "I'll be taking this. We could probably use it for later." It's a stocky dwarf. He appears to be wearing blue and white robes. And he grabs the barrel and heads back to the lifeboat. So, did y'all want to head back to the lifeboats and head back to the ship?
Yes.
Anything else on the
Also,
island?
also, I
There's not much of interest. Just like I said, remnants of a shipwreck. You can see that the shipwreck has. It looks like the thing's been ripped. Like the remnants of the ship have just been completely destroyed, but you can't really tell by what. It looks like it's just been obliterated to pieces. Not like it, and it doesn't look like it's been driftwood for a long time. Just that it's been absolutely crushed.
Demolished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm
other
gonna
than
head
that,
back to the ship.
Okay. Yeah, other than that, the cargo doesn't really. That's pretty much all you saw in the cargo. It's pretty much been cleaned out.
I'd like to approach Valen,
Okay.
and I'd like to give her my bottle of rum. And I say to her, I think you might want to have this. Not sure why, but I hand it over to her.
Okay.
Wait, who do you give the rum to?
To Valen.
Cut out.
Coughing fit. Ah, shit. Shite.
All right. So that being said, y'all are getting on the lifeboats and you're heading back to the ship. For the sake of, well, we'll see how that works. So y'all get back to the ship, and there's a lot more people now. So I guess I can bring them on. But first, I'm going to. Rename them a bit. Alright, so we got some newbies. Okay.
By the way,
Yes.
just so you know, Valen immediately pops the top off that lid and chugs the entire bottle.
Alright.
Every drop.
Okay.
I smile and say, "See, I knew it."
Okay. Do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that wasn't a good idea. Oh no, not with her luck. It was the dice. Oh no.
Oh, Dios mío. Oh, Dios
It's
mío.
gonna go so bad. It's gonna go bad. Fingers crossed. It was nothing.
Do I have anything? Nope, I don't have anything.
Don't you dare throw it up.
Hi.
I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, oops. Oh, it was a 15.
Woo!
A 15.
Woo.
All right,
Yeah.
you swig it like it's no problem, although you do feel a little bit of a buzz coming on. So yeah.
Thank you for the rum. I massively appreciate it.
Sure. I kind of knew you wanted it.
Absolutely, I can't lie to you. I was eyeballing it the second you picked it up.
Can't deny good lady her drink.
Did she change accents?
I don't know.
I think she did.
But I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I've been talking in the same accent.
I'm not sure why. But I kind of think she did.
Okay, maybe it's too many vodka cherries. Leave me alone, you guys.
That's the rum speaking.
That's the actual alcohol speaking.
Too much alcohol, man. It drives you wild.
Maybe I don't have a real constitution roll.
It was a Jamaican rum. That does funny stuff to you, man.
Why did you have to call
I'm
me
sorry.
out, man? Nobody else was gonna comment on it. Oh, Dios mío.
We're just gonna ignore this ever happened.
Honestly, I just completely forgot what accent I was doing.
It was not that one, dear.
Whatever.
That's not it.
Well, what
You
was
did
it?
something
then, huh?
else.
It was a British
What was it?
accent.
You just
No,
turned Irish for no reason.
No, I was Irish from the beginning. Maybe my British.
Were
maybe
you?
my Irish accent.
Were you?
was getting
Really
really
though?
bad.
What are you? I can't remember.
Well,
What are you though?
that one is supposed
been a
to be
month.
on the Irish side. Maybe my Irish accent just sucked until the alcohol got in my system.
All right then. I'm gonna go with that. That sounds pretty reasonable to me.
Accept the new accent.
Yes.
That's who I am.
Keep this dialect up, please. Keep it up. This is a very good dialect. Keep it up.
Hey,
Look
okay,
at that
Alright.
that smile from Carrot over there. I see you smiling. I see
Can
that.
we stop making fun of Rowan?
I like the.
Or not.
I just
I'm
like
gonna
the.
keep it up.
The authentic German accent.
Yes. This is the greatest German accent you will ever hear.
Oh my god. I'm in love.
It's amazing. It comes from an actual German. I don't even know how they do this, how they butcher the English language. But they do it anyway. Get to the chopper. Sorry, that just had to go. That just had to go with it. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Alright, this is Nyx.
Sneaky.
So many.
Yeah, but I don't really know how a German person could have such a dialect when they talk English. I don't know, man. That's just weird.
I'm really shocked for somebody that lives in Germany. You don't really have an accent.
Yeah.
That's because he watches
I thought
American football
myself.
time.
No, I don't. It's basically because I taught it to myself when I was very young.
That's cool.
I started with it when I was 4, and I used MTV to learn.
Baby. Oh, wee little baby.
Horoldsboro. Where is he going? Please stay with us. You need to be here.
He's
We need your mate. We need your mental support. See, you made Rowan cry. But
Alright.
are you sure you can handle this?
After
Oh my
all
god, this
that,
is so annoying. Please come back. Please, I beg you.
No, I'd be crying IRL if you left though, Chalk.
Oh, hello. There it goes.
Hello.
God damn it. Hello.
Nice.
Nice. Alright, so everybody's aboard. That took a little bit of
Wait.
time.
Nice.
And you can
We
imagine that
finally did it.
the entire time that I was
Thanks.
naming, I was discreetly, ever so discreetly naming everybody on board the ship.
You didn't have pre-planned names for them
Oh,
to
wait.
give you.
Did you refresh the map because it's not refreshing for me?
It's not refreshing.
No.
Nope.
All right, let
Yeah,
me.
no.
You buggered it. You buggered it all.
Still
Stop
seeing
what you're doing and do it right again,
So what do you see?
please.
the coast.
I'm still. Yes, we're still on the coast.
You're still on the coast.
So I'm kind of digging this
There we
accent.
go.
Now we're on the boat. Now we're on the boat.
No,
Alright.
I'm not.
Rowan
boat?
is still not on the boat. What is wrong with you?
No, it's fine. I see the boat. I see the
Get
boat.
Rowan
We're
on the
fine.
boat. We need her on the boat, and we need her
I'm
now.
on the boat. I am there.
She's on the
I'm
boat
on the
now.
boat.
Thank you very much.
I'm on the boat. Thank you.
No problem.
We did it, Reddit. She's on the boat.
All right.
Chuck, I love you too.
So as soon as you board the ship, which I have to say, it takes quite a bit of time trying to get on the ship because, you know, lifeboats and whatnot, you kind of have to go on there. And then you have to worry about, you know, getting the ropes tied up and somebody actually being able to pull it. And, you know, it's just a big mess. So, yeah, that's my excuse. It took a while. Anyway, so now that you're aboard the ship, you're being kind of slow. Yeah, no, that's definitely not it. Definitely not. So once you're aboard the ship, you see Captain Blackheart and Captain Draken encounter, or they're talking to one another. So, what exactly happened to your ship? Well, I suppose you've heard of a particular sea creature that has many tentacles. You're telling me that you were attacked by a kraken? That be what I tellin' you. I see. Did you kill it? Or what happened? Well, my crew can attest for us. That kraken won't be bothering us anytime soon. Well, I guess the legends are as good as they say. You are quite the amazing person. I don't need any flattery from you, sir. But what I would like to know is how exactly we're going to get back to Wolfwater. Well, that's simple. So we did actually get into a bit of a fight with a sea hag and some of her sea spawn. It appears that some of the items we have aboard the ship were of their liking. But those have been secured now, and I don't believe we'll be having any more trouble. Ah, well, that isn't exactly what I was asking. Right, so what I mean is, in that fiasco, we did kind of lose a bit of crew. We lost some crew. And unfortunately, we would need some help from your crew, which is actually rather convenient. I see. Well, that being said, I hope you don't mind if I allow them to take their normal roles. No, I suppose that would be fine. When he says this, Nyx and Lucian just kind of give each other a look. Alright, crew, do what you do best. And when you see that, or when he says that, you see his master cook head down the ship and is basically finding the kitchen. While this is happening, y'all can choose to interact with any of the crew as they're kind of moving about. I know I'm just kind of narrating at this point.
Ellen's gonna move down to the kitchen to find more alcohol.
Okay, so you head down to the kitchen. Luca is just kind of standing next to Captain Draken and Blackheart, just kind of like amazed, mouth agape, just kind of like watching them two interact. And Quartermaster Lewis walks over, is right next to Captain Blackheart. These nameplates have some interesting overlap issues.
I'm not saying name.
I'd like to follow Rowan, but
You don't
do
see
it
names?
kind of quietly. Nope.
You're gonna follow Rowan? Okay. Wait, so does anybody see the nameplates?
Nope.
No.
I do.
You do.
Oh, why do you and not
I
us?
see the nameplate.
That's weird.
Oh, it's because I'm watching it on Twitch.
Oh,
Ah,
I see.
yeah, I do that too.
Well, that's
But I mean,
weird.
on the literal map.
On Sudo, on the Roll20, I do not see them. But on Twitch, I do.
don't. You don't. Well, that's a
No.
shame. I wonder why.
Carrot, you're
Good.
fucking this up.
I'm not. Yeah, I am.
Carrot, come
You're
on,
right.
my
I'm shitting,
experience is ruined.
I'm shitting the bed. I'm shitting the bed really
The
badly.
immersion is totally
Okay.
broken.
It's okay. We can both have technical difficulties.
Not even. I'm not even gonna use another dialect for this. That's straight up me, dude. My immersion has been ruined.
I see. I really hope I don't have to. Oh god, that sucks. Okay.
I see it now.
Okie
Oh,
dokie.
yeah, I see Captain Blackheart. I see that goof.
Okay, let me see if I can just kind of grab everybody in one go. Oh, you suck. I can't.
Oof. Oof.
That's a
You done
big
fucked yourself
oof.
up.
Advanced. Oh,
I need the oof. Where's the oof? There it is.
wow.
Oof.
Yep, pretty much. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Oh, wrong oof, I think.
Big oof. The distant oof. Alright, hopefully y'all are actually being able to see all these now.
While this is happening, who else is an elf?
I'm half elf.
Hello. Hello. I'm just
Um,
waving.
then I'll walk over to Rivas. I'll just
Okay.
talk to him, so you have to move the character.
Okay. So, you are going to go down there. And I'm going to pretend you're down there right now.
That's fine. I was just trying to fill in the time.
Yeah. Alright, you should be able to see everybody's nameplate now. Except for maybe
Yes.
Luca's.
Do we? Yeah, we do.
That being said, you are missing a character. So I'm going to put you on the map.
Of course. Why not?
Elf Archer. That.
Do you
I
need
guess-
the name of that character?
Yeah, that character is Verlin.
Okay.
So you are down there. I'm getting faster. See? Practice makes perfect. Anyway, you're down here with Revis. Look at those nameplates. Look at them colliding. Anyway, you're down there. You're talking with Revis.
What? Sorry, I gotta get voice right. From where do you dwell?
I can't take that voice serious.
Rowan, please. Come on.
So sorry.
We're doing serious business here.
I
This
just
is no
know it.
laughing matter. Stop this immediately.
Okay, I'm good. I'll bite my tongue.
All right. All right, all right, all right. So,
From where do
Merlin,
you,
as you were saying,
from what lands do you come from?
I come from a land far away. But, I do not really wish to speak about this because my land is very dear to me and it has been pillaged. So, I'm kind of like not really want to talk about it, but you wouldn't even know the land.
Was it pillaged by the human scum?
It was pillaged by a massive force of demons and a man clad in an iron suit.
Demons are just as bad.
But I don't really think I have seen you around here. Where did you come from?
I've always been around. Well, I've been around. You just haven't seen.
You
I
must
don't
be a
come
really
from,
sneaky one.
I don't come from one particular land. I have traveled for all of my life.
All right, been there, done that. I can feel that. But where were you when the ship was attacked?
I was down below.
Okay.
I'm gonna confirm he was down below the entire time. That's where he was.
Okay.
Totally. That's
Okay.
where I was.
1 second, actually.
That's weird. I didn't see you there, but all right.
What's the name of the other character?
You're a good sleeper then, I guess.
It's easy. It's
Oh, yeah, right.
Also, where did our DM go? Oh, there he is.
He's coming back.
All right.
There he is. I see him.
So, that being said, there was another character that I was missing.
Of course you did.
I hope you like 100 characters to keep track of at all times.
I'm so gonna get lost.
Absolutely not. I barely can remember my own character's name, let alone hundreds of others.
Okay.
All I care about is that Rowan is there. The
There
rest
might be a
I
way
care
for
less about.
me.
All I care about is Revis.
Hell yeah.
Oh. Wow, that's actually really useful. Revis can be controlled by... Guess what?
Me?
Revis. Yep.
Oh! Okay.
You can actually
That's
move your
something.
character around now. Verlin.
Oh, hell yeah! I'm
Can
gonna
be
jump off
controlled by-
the boat.
Verlin.
Wait,
Hey,
how do I do
you
that?
move
Oh,
your character?
I can move.
Oh, snap.
Look at,
Yeah.
That's
look
cool.
at me! I'm
Okay.
moving.
I want to move my own character.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna jump straight into the cliff. What? And I'm
Sure.
gone. And I'm back.
To me.
Gorzir can be controlled by... Amanda.
You just can't leave Valen. This is becoming a thing in game now.
Alright, so... I believe everybody has control of their characters now. And then there was another one that I did not... let me see if I can put pirate on there.
DM, did you happen to remember what said character is?
Fast.
Is it
Oh shit.
is it BS on the character sheet?
I mean, it's not a normal character, so
What? I don't remember because I remember that was your character, so I have no idea.
Oh! Is that a Wesley cameo? That is a Wesley cameo.
All right, so there's a little bit of an interesting situation.
Carrot.
I'm not playing this up. I hope you realize that.
Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna have that. I wish there
What
was
are
actually
you
like
two guys even doing?
I wish there was a token that I could use for. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of items that I can use for all the characters here. So instead, we'll just use a... Oh, wait, never mind. Well, I can... Okay, so it's apparently just the search feature that kind of sucks. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do Swashbuckler.
Yeah.
That works.
Meanwhile, so what's going to happen is... We're
Storm
going to
Giant.
do something a little funny. We're going to do something a little funny. So...
Oh, we're doing it.
Captain Draken is talking to Captain Blackheart, and behind him there is a Triton. Calico Jack. Right, so I do think having all your crew aboard the ship will definitely make things easier, although hopefully there isn't too much tension between Nyx and Lucian and, well, Norman. Lucian's the one you have to worry about. Nyx is alright. And Norman, well, as long as he has a drink, he'll be fine. But yeah. So, that, you may have encountered a Kraken, but we've recently been having some dealings with some Tritons, and they don't exactly like me right now. And, that being said, hopefully it's not a problem. But I can't make any promises. So that being said, there is now a Triton standing directly behind him. And, well, he turns around to head to the starboard side and notices the Triton immediately. He's like, "Oh! Why exactly are you on my ship?"
I go. I go where I please.
He turns over and looks at Blackheart. I mean, he was here. I'm not really... He was a part of the ship. He somehow survived the Kraken. So, you know, I guess he's pretty good at what he does. Oh, right. And he turns over. Are you, do you happen to be affiliated with any of the Tritons of this particular area?
As a matter of fact, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably for the best. Yeah. We don't, yeah, that's for the best. Good. Great. Good. Anyway, let's keep moving. And he heads over to the front, and Captain Blackheart is kind of right behind him. And so you kind of have the power combo right now. Alright, so we're going to be going north. Captain Blackheart interjects with, I know where Wolfwater is.
Ah.
Bluebert, I'm going to need you to steer us towards Wolfwater. And Bluebert, the turtle. Alright, Captain. I can take care of that for you. And he starts moving the, he spins the wheel. I'm not sure what that's called. And the entire ship starts to move. I guess it's just the wheel. It's aiming directly northwards, and he instructs the boatswain to pull down the mast, and the ship's sails start filling, and the ship is off. So the ship is headed towards Wolfwater, and while that's happening, we have the crew down beneath. There's a set of 2 dwarves, and we're going on a trip. Yes, we are. We have 2 dwarves, and they appear to be in a drinking match, even though they just arrived on the ship.
Wait, Valen wants to be a part of that. How do I become a part of that?
Well, you walk right over. So, it's going on. How do I do the little blinky thing? Do the blinky thing.
Blinky thing.
Yeah, that's...
Blinky dinky.
Can you see that?
Dinky, blinky dink. Blinky dink.
Yeah. While this is happening, so you see Galley. It's 2 dwarves. One is in white robes, although he's purple. He's in white robes, so he appears to be a cleric of some sort. And the other one is in a darker garb. The one in white is saying, I'll always be able to outdrink you. There's... Oh, wait, hold on. Is that his accent?
Oof.
Oof, yeah, big oof.
Just roll with it.
Yeah. I'll always be able to outdrink you. And the other one says, "Oh, you wish. You went and spent your time inside of the academy, and you learning about gods, and you've been learning about prayers and healing others, and it's just a waste of time when you could have been on the streets like me." And so they both have pint. They've already gone through a few pints, and they're still drinking. And as this is happening, the bard, Norman Swagglebottoms, also a dwarf, heads up the stairs. What are y'all doing?
That's a good question. What do we do? I kind of want to grab something to drink. I want to grab a pint.
Okay. So, if you look around, you'll see that the cook in the back room has been filling up pints and placing them on the table over here.
Okay. Then I go over to the table and I grab a pint.
All right. Valen, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pint.
Okay, got yourself a pint. Norman Swagglebottoms walks up to the two, and he immediately sees that they are in a drinking match, and he starts playing music. So, we actually have somebody that agreed to allow some of their music to be played during the stream. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Although I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to hear it though. You'd have to have the stream open. Anyway, so we have the bard now partaking in this drinking match while also playing a little ukulele.
I love the ukulele.
Greffy and so the cleric is named Greffy, and he has been yelling at Galley the entire time, talking about how he wasted his time being a warlock. They both appear to be brothers, from what you can tell, but they're just having their good old time drinking. And meanwhile, you don't really know, you don't really have direct sight of this, but you can assume that Luca is on the top of the ship next to Captain Blackheart and Draken, talking to the two of them. We have Nyx and Lucian on the middle of the ship, kind of hanging around, tending to some of the loose things that were thrown about while the ship was attacked by sea hags. And you're everybody's just kind of assuming the duties. As this is happening, Chamath, a red dragonborn, you see passes down and appears to go to the bottom of the ship. Y'all, what are y'all doing right now? Do you just want to keep hanging out with the people drinking? Or do you want to know what else the other people are doing?
Valen's had a few pints at this point. He's satisfied.
Okay.
Don't call me out.
I've had a pint and I'm sitting next to the bar.
Alright, so you're sitting at the bar.
I'm going upstairs to see what the captains are doing.
Okay, you're gonna go upstairs? You see the people that are downstairs, so that would be Rivas and Verlin. You hear Chamoth running up the stairs, and he heads up to the captain's deck. And he approaches Captain Blackheart. Sir, it appears that there is some sort of hole at the bottom of the ship, and it's starting to leak. It looks like there was ice in a keg of some sort. As he says this, Captain Dragon says, "Ah." And this would be Valen that can see this. Captain Draken says, "Oh, right. We need to address that. Do you have anybody that is capable of using any sort of carpentry? We're kind of we have a small hole on the side of the ship." "Ah, a small hole. You don't think you would have wanted to bring that up sooner before we got on the ship?" "Well, I mean, I took care of it with the best that I could." "Right. Okay. Jaw, head to the bottom." And you see this big, burly, let me see what color he is. A green dragonborn. He's a big one, and he definitely appears to be some sort of fighter or champion. He heads down to the bottom of the ship, and while he's down at the bottom, he starts looking for tools of some sort, and starts working on the hole. Does anybody here, this is Blackheart, does anybody here have any sort of magic that they could use to help? I'm not exactly sure if any of my crew could help out, but one of my crew could help out, but one of the people that joined us on our task may be able to help. Valen, you're a druid, right?
Yeah.
Do you happen to have any druid spells that could help out with the hole at the bottom of the ship?
I don't think so, no.
Nothing? Okay. Well then, as far as you know, the dragonborn that went down to the bottom of the ship is taking care of everything. That being said, Luca is talking to the captain. So you're telling me you fought a giant kraken, like a big monster, like a tentacle, like a big squid. Yes, that's right. How did you do it? Well, you see, the kraken took my mother when I was a young child. So I had a bit of a vendetta against it. And when the ship crashed, when I went under with it, I have my ways of dealing with this particular enemy. And I don't really need to explain all my secrets. But let's just say, it's definitely taken care of. Well, oh, wow, that's so cool. Well, you wanna see what I can do? I suppose so. And Luca excitedly pulls out this arcane crystal of some sort and really opens it up. A projection of the night sky with a bunch of highlighted constellations appears above the captains, and the Captain Blackheart's like, well, I suppose that is incredibly useful. When he says this, he actually is like, actually, I've been meaning to talk to you. And he walks with Luca towards the front of the ship. and signals Captain Draken to follow. And they go off and talk about their own thing, from what you can tell. The only people that would be hearing this right now would be Gorzire or Valen. And while this is happening, the drinking contest is still happening on downstairs. Is anybody interested in partaking, or are they still just going to watch?
I'm gonna go to the lowest deck, and I'm gonna join the carpenter.
You're going to join the carpenter? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna join. No.
You're going to join what? I didn't quite catch that, Valen.
Come on! We need you! Oh, she MIA again.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, she moved.
Okay.
That's at least something.
So you're both downstairs. And from what you can tell, he has been splitting apart parts of the kegs and has been hammering them around the other keg to try and make some sort of a wedge into the hole on the side of the ship. He doesn't really pay attention to either of you while he's doing this. He's just been breaking apart empty kegs and using the side paneling of them as a means of doing so. Did you want to say anything to him?
I'd like to approach and get his attention and ask if he needs any help.
Yeah, I suppose if you wouldn't mind breaking some of the other kegs around me. We basically need to circle this entire hole and hammer this in, and when the water soaks into the wood, it will fill in the gaps in the hole, so it'll make a seal.
Alright, that sounds fair enough. Do you have any kegs prepared, or do we need to look for some?
To be honest, this isn't my ship, so I've just been kind of grabbing any empty ones that I find.
That's quite bold. Okay. And I turn away and start looking for some empty kegs.
Okay. You can do a perception check, or an investigation check, I guess.
Oh, wait, let me...
Alan's also going to help.
Alright, make an investigation check.
Wait, which two were it again? Investigation and...
You roll a d20, and then you use your investigation modifier.
Alright. That's... Oh, it's a 10.
A 10?
Ooh, mine's a 7. Why am I so useless at this? I'm not helpful!
Okay,
Give me something to kill.
Wait, so Revis' was an 11?
10.
A 10. Okay. So Revis is able to see, he lifts up a few kegs and is able to find some empty ones. With that, you can take them over to the boat, to Jaw. And as soon as you hand him over to him, he basically lifts it up above his head and just kind of throws it at the ground and smashes it.
Whoa, that's a mighty strong arm you got there.
That's why they have me on the ship.
Okay.
And he takes the side paneling and, snaps it into two. And he, again, just starts lining around the other keg that was sort of plugging the hole to try and make this wedge that he was talking about.
Is there anything else we can help you with?
Well, I mean, if anybody knows any sort of magic that can help with wood, or growing any vines, or casting any sort of binding spell, you do appear to be spellcasters.
Yeah, but I don't really dabble in those types of magic.
I see.
And And with that, I turn to Valen and ask her, well, Valen, I already know you got a mighty lightning bolt for yourself, but do you have any wood type of magic that could help us?
I'm afraid not. That's not quite in my power.
Oh. Oh,
I see.
oh
Well, I appreciate the help. But yeah, this is basically all I need. It's just going to take a little bit of time. There is a bit of an issue with the water, but if we get this sealed, it shouldn't be that bad. It's just going to be a little waterlogged down here. So perhaps you could move some of the... request help from the other crew to help move some of the crates and stuff up a deck.
All right.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. We can get that done.
All right.
And with that, I move to the upper deck
All right. He sort of just
where
goes back to work.
where the two captains are.
Okay.
Oh my god. Get down a bit.
I'm just going to start working on that right now.
Okay. And so, I would say there's not much room on the deck above with the kitchen, so you'd basically have to go up 2 flights of stairs.
Okay.
To go to where Nyx and Lucian are on this deck.
Okay.
Real quick,
Yeah.
I'll have Calico go down to the very bottom. I don't know why he just got tossed into the ocean. Calico will go all the way down to the bottom
Okay.
and speak to the guy that's trying to mend the. What if we could patch it from the other side?
I beg your pardon?
What if we could patch it from the other side as well?
Well, I suppose that would help. I mean, the wedge is only one direction. What did you have in mind?
Well, if we have nails and enough board, we could build a wooden patch, and I could swim down and nail it in place.
I definitely think that could work. Yeah, sure. And he gestures to the other broken kegs, and he says, I found a hammer and some nails over in that area. And he points you over to a tool chest, as well as the other planks that he's broken from the kegs. So if you want to go ahead and try and, attach from the underside, if you think you can, go ahead.
I will. We're going to need the captain to stop for a bit.
And as this is happening, Rivas is up with the captains, and I'm gonna need you to roll a perception check. Gorazir,
Ooh, I'm throwing perceptions.
Panda, I see that you're up there, so I'm gonna need you to roll a perception check too.
It's a 13, and my modifier is perception. Where is that? The wisdom. That's just a 13.
Oh, natural
That's a
20.
That's a 20.
Wow.
God damn.
Okay, so from what you can tell generally, there is it's around dusk, so it's dark out, and you can't really quite see the stars yet. But the sea is choppy, and over the sides of the ship you can actually see to the east side, or I'm sorry, to the west side of the ship, that in the distance there is some flashes of light underneath the water that are green, and you can see a little bit of purple and some deep red. And it looks like it's pretty deep under the water.
And while this is happening, Captain Blackheart, Captain Draken, and Luca are still kind of engaged in a conversation that y'all can't really hear. But, whoops. They've moved towards the front of the ship. And you see that Captain Blackheart is looking over in the general direction of these glowing lights underneath the water. So, Calico Jack, were you going to head to the top of the ship?
Yes, I'm going to assume that I was able to hammer together so I don't have to do it from the bottom.
Yeah, okay. So you hammer together some sort of ring that is about the size of the hole that you can attach to the front of the ship.
Alright, then yes, I will start making my way up and going up to the different doors. And then nice yeet off.
Alright, you eat off the side.
Yeet!
And he gone off, dude.
So, Captain Blackheart sees you jumping off the side of the ship. And
I love that no one tried to stop me.
yeah, just just sees you jump off the side of the ship. He's like, what exactly the hell is going on? And runs over to Revis.
Excuse me, Paladin. Do you know exactly what that fishman was trying to do?
I have no idea, but my best guess is trying to fix the ship. Not
I
sure.
see. I see.
But also, I was just down there, and they were making quite good progress. So maybe that's what they are doing.
Yeah. Jaw is quite skilled with carpentry. He knows what he's doing.
So, Calico Jack, while you're down there, I'm going to need you to roll a perception check.
Who?
Calico Jack.
Okay. Gotta make sure I use the right guy. Roll. 20. Is it perception?
Yes.
Oh,
Good news is it's a 9.
You got a 9. Oof. Okay. Yeah, so you can't really tell. You can see that there's glows behind you of various colors, but you don't really see anything going on around you. The ship is still moving though, because you didn't tell them to not move the ship.
It's fine. I can still swim as fast.
Okay, so I'm gonna need
Go
you to
fast.
do an athletics check, I guess.
I'd rather it be acrobatics check.
Underwater. Yeah, I'm still gonna need you to do an athletics check.
Guys, I'm getting as bad as rolling.
Shut up!
Oof.
It's a 5.
that's
Okay,
that's just rude, you know.
so you are struggling. Not so much the swimming, but being able to swim and hammer and attach at the same time, and you're kind of lagging behind a bit.
Holding his breath this long?
He's a Triton, so he can breathe underwater.
Ah, okay.
Can
remember the people that this-
Can I approach Captain Dragon?
Yeah, go for it. He's standing at the front with Luca.
Yeah, I'd like to approach Captain Dragon,
Okay.
and I walk up to him and say, "Good Captain, I just saw a Triton jump from our boat, and I think he's trying to repair the leak. Shouldn't we slow down a bit so that he can do it a bit more efficiently?"
Well, I don't while I normally don't really like Tritons in this particular time,
Oh, sorry, I'm switching. I keep flopping between Blackheart and Draken.
Yeah, I suppose I can do that this time, considering seems to be a help to the ship.
And with that, he heads to the back. Or he heads past Captain Blackheart, mentions something to him, and Blackheart just kind of gives him a nod. And he goes over to the pilot, and you see him saying a few words, and the ship seems to slow, or the pilot acknowledges it, and then yells over to the quartermaster. Quartermaster goes up to the center mast and starts raising the sails, so that the wind's not blowing as hard, or so that the ship isn't moving as fast. And he heads over to both. So the ship is now slowing down. And as this happens, Calico Jack, it appears that you will have an easier time trying to patch the ship. So while this is happening, I'm going to need you to roll another perception check.
Please don't fuck it up. Natural 20. Come on, baby. Natural 20.
Ooh,
17.
nice.
I'll take it.
There's gonna be a 21.
Okay. So you
I'm
can
curious.
see, so you can see behind you, or you can see to the west that there is definitely some explosions going on underneath the water, and there seems to be these bright, red purplish rings under the water, and they're giving off this eerie red glow. There's also green lights going off around it, as if there's some sort of battle in the distance. And as you're doing this, you also see that there are 3 figures headed your way.
That's not good. I don't like that.
Yes. As they get closer, you see that there are also Tritons.
Oh, I'm fine.
They approach you, and one of them. I need to get fish people on the. Oh man, so many people. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Unfortunately, there's no fish people.
It's racist. Same.
That's racist.
There's no Tritons. So I'm just gonna
Just
throw
invite him to a
one here.
pint, I'd say. Give him a good drink and some grub. To go.
Yeah, that'll do fine. So they approach you underwater, and the one in the middle begins talking to you. Let's see, what's his voice gonna sound like? What exactly do you think you're doing all the way off the battlefield?
I be fixing a ship.
You don't exactly sound like you're a member of our army. What exactly... Whose ship is this? Where are they going? Why are they in the middle of a battle?
I don't think we're aware of the...
I see.
And as he says this, he gestures towards the person next to him, or the Triton next to him. And the Triton looks over at the hole on the side of the hull, and aims his hand at it, and his hand glows green, and you can see that the wood along the hull is actually starting to grow living vines off of it, as if the wood is still alive. and it patches the hole for you on the outside.
I look at the guy and I say, "Thank you, brother."
Of course.
Oh, wow. Broke character there.
Of course. I'm gonna need you to, let me speak to the captain of the ship, however.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that would be possible right now.
Well, I'm not exactly asking.
Well, okay. I guess follow me.
Okay. So I guess you're gonna like go up towards the surface.
Yeah.
Okay, so they all follow you up towards the surface, and Blackheart notices you along the side, and he also sees the other 3 heads that pop up alongside you.
Do I see this?
Yes, you can see this as well.
Okay.
Aye. Who are those? What are they doing?
They just helped us mend the boat.
Huh. I see. Alright, we're gonna lower a lifeboat down.
And he yells over to Quartermaster Lewis, who goes over to the side and starts lowering a lifeboat down. As this happens, Captain Draken runs up to Captain Blackheart.
What exactly do you think you're doing? Well,
He's helping us mend the boat.
He looks over the side and sees the 3 Tritons there.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Blackheart, I don't think they're gonna be happy to find me. Well, they appeared to have fixed your ship, so I don't think it's gonna be much of a problem.
Can I make an acrobatics roll to try to get up the side of their ship without the lifeboat? To try to get up before?
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you want to dig, like if you want to go a little bit lower and just kind of swim up really fast and acrobatic, yeah, I'll say you can do that. So go ahead and go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Alright, roll with my modifier. 28.
Oh, so you
What the
rocket,
fuck?
you rocket out of the water, and land on the front of the ship, and so you land on the front, and I'm gonna say you land behind Captain Blackheart.
Wait, which one's the one that they don't like?
Captain Draken.
Captain Draken, I suggest you get down ship now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
And so he heads on the next layer down below. And so Captain Blackheart continues lowering the lifeboat, and the boat raises these 3 up onto the deck, and Captain Blackheart goes to meet them.
I sneakily join after him.
Here he is, boys, the captain of the ship, Captain Blackheart.
And the middle one introduces himself.
Oh, hello, Captain. I am Dallas Ulorsath.
These are my companions, Rorlos and Zumrus.
What brings you to the ship?
Well, perhaps you've noticed the explosions going off in the distance.
We're going through a battle right now. One that I think you should not be a part of.
And so I suggest you start moving as quickly as possible. Where are you headed?
Well, we're headed back to Wolfwater.
I see. There's something oddly familiar about this vessel. I'm not so sure you haven't seen it before. Although it is not mine.
What? Well, you see, this is a rescue vessel. I've been taken aboard by a couple of other crew sent from Wolfwater. I see. Well, that doesn't really matter. Considering the circumstances, it's best that you get out of here. There is some unwanted situations going on, and while we could use the help, I don't believe a crew of your size would be quite that helpful for us. What exactly is going on? Well, there seems to be some sort of infernal army attacking. Underwater? Yes. These portals have been opening up around the city, and these strange flesh constructs have been pouring out of the portals, and our guards are doing their best to hold them back, but it's just wave after wave. I see. Well then, yes, it is best that I get to Wolfwater as quickly as possible, because I have a bad feeling of what could be happening or what could be happening there. Are you saying there may be some sort of larger problem? Yes. It might be fairly large, from what I can tell, but I need to get there as soon as I can. Is there any way we can get some help from you to escort us there quickly? Well, it's not, there is something we could do. And he looks over at his, not the druid that helped heal, or that helped him into the ship, but he looks over at the other one standing next to him. And, he gestures behind them. And you see the other Triton run off to the back of the ship. I'm gonna add this for my own sanity's sake. And they jump off the side of the ship. It is Rorlos that does this. The other one, that healed the ship is going to follow behind them, but they're not going to jump off. And the other, the main Triton, Dallas, begins talking again. So, I don't know how much they'll be able to help, but they are a wizard, so they might be able to push some of the water behind you to give your ship a little bit of a boost, although it's not going to be much. But it'll get you going faster because you need to get out as soon as you possibly can. Captain Blackheart yells over to Quartermaster Lewis, "Bring the sails up as best you can." And Quartermaster Lewis yells at Pilot Bluebird to give him a hand, and they both start pulling the sails down. While this is happening, is anybody interested in doing something else? Maybe asking questions?
Not really.
No? Okay.
No, not really.
Okay. So the masts are down. The Triton underwater appears to be casting some sort of magic spell that is making torrents behind the ship that is pushing it a little bit faster. And you also, if those that are standing at the front of the ship, notice they have swam all the way to the front of the ship as well. And they are casting some sort of spell that is pushing the water, like kind of splitting the water to make it a little bit more aerodynamic in the front. And so it's actually helping the ship move quicker through the water. And he goes back over to the side of the ship and pokes his head up and requests that the lifeboat be brought back down. And gets on the lifeboat and gets back on the ship. So, what my friend here did was he cast
a bit of a enchantment on the front of the ship in order to make it a little bit more hydrodynamic. And then he tried to give his best of a boost in the back to get you moving quicker. Unfortunately, there isn't much else we can do to help. And we are going to have to leave to go help out our comrades. But whatever it is that you're holding aboard this ship, and I know you are, protect it. With the way things are happening right now, we don't want it to get into the hands of the enemy we're fighting. And as he says that, he yells back to Zumrus, and they head over to the side of the ship. Well, we'll be off now. I wish you the best of luck, and stay safe. And they all three jump off the side of the ship and head back over, presumably to the battle.
Alright. You heard what they said.
And Captain Draken actually was just sort of poking his head out from under the ship, or out from above the last deck, or the middle deck, and walks over to the Captain Blackheart.
So...
I see, Rowan did leave Discord.
I'll text her, see what's going on.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, they didn't want anything to do with the ship? Well, luckily, it doesn't really appear that they care. There's some sort of battle going on with, I guess, the Infernal. You seem like you understand the situation a bit. Yes, and it's most definitely the reason why we need to get to Wolfwater. Whatever artifact you have, you need to protect. And we need to get to Wolfwater as fast as we possibly can.
Okay. So with that, the ship is moving, and in the distance, I'm gonna need y'all to make a perception check.
A perception checker. Fuck, a 7.
Anybody that's on the top of the deck, so I think that is... Yeah, Gorzir, Panda, you can do it. Calico Jack, you're on the top, you can do it.
Woo!
A 3. Oh, we're doing it, fellas. We're doing it. Oh. Dude, I'm calling it now. The dice are rigged. That's bold.
Alright, so with
I'm
the
calling
10,
rigged.
with a 10, you can see some of the battle as well, but not much. The explosions seem to be getting more violent, but you also see that in the direction that you're going, there's pretty much a battle that is parallel with the ship. And it's going to be parallel with the ship for quite some time. Basically, all the explosions that are happening along the west stretch forward for several, like, I would say about 50 miles.
Jeez.
And basically, y'all are just going to be skimming along the side of this, watching this happen. Although it does look like at some points the explosions are going to be in direct path of the ship. That being said, the ship is moving pretty darn fast. So you're going to be skimming through a lot of it, and it's not going to be a problem. But Captain Blackheart alongside of the ship sees that the ship is going to be passing over some of these explosions, and he runs down to the bottom of the deck. And from that, you can see that a lot of the crewmen that were down there are going to be raising, or are going to be coming up to the top deck. So he's basically preparing people for combat. With that, what is everybody going to be doing? Do you just kind of want to ready yourselves?
I'd like to approach Captain Blackheart,
Okay.
and I'm gonna ask Captain Blackheart. Is there anything we can do to help? Should we prepare for anything, or what are we gonna do now?
Well, it seems that we may be able to dodge most of the impact of this fight, but I'm not sure that we're going to be able to dodge everything. And with that being said, the forces that we're going to be fighting, we're going to need to be ready to fight. They are not going to be
Okay.
easy.
All right. Should I bring my fellow members up to the upper deck as well, or?
Absolutely. We need every hand to help.
All right. I'll tend to that right away. With that, I'll go and I'm looking for the other members. And yeah. Are they already there? Should I go look for them?
So Nyx and Lucian are on the top. The three dwarves are kind of on the stairs below. Valenai still looks like she is down on the bottom of the ship, but I'm sure that will be adjusted. I don't know what's going on with the Discord situation.
She needed to take a break for a minute. Something came up.
I see.
Okay.
And then the cook also comes above. But those three are just kind of hanging out at the bottom. Did you want to talk to them?
Yes, please. I would like to talk to them.
All right, so they're both, all three of, so Gally and Greffy are visibly drunk. And Norman Swagglebottoms is just kind of enjoying their company because, I guess, brethren. Greffy looks over towards you.
I don't suppose you have any water.
Actually, if you look overboard, there's a lot of water. But haven't you guys heard that there's quite a bit of commotion going on, and that we are all supposed to be on the upper deck?
I mean, we heard that, and we will be joining you. Just, I need to finish this one drink.
And he chugs the rest of his pint. And Gally also does the same. And Norman just kind of puts away his ukulele and then walks over to the front of the deck. The cook kind of shakes his head at both of them and then walks downstairs briefly and then comes back up with 2 mugs of water and hands it to each of them. And says, "All right, get your shit together. We need to get ready for a fight." And then he heads up to the main deck, and the 2 of them both drink the water, and they start headed back up.
Right. And I'm gonna do the same as well.
Okay. And the ship starts heading towards the imminent area where the explosions are happening, and parallel to the ship, you see a purplish portal that appears pretty close to the surface. And if you do just do a quick perception check.
But that's a 7.
7.
So we all need to?
Yeah.
Wait, I closed it. That's not good.
10, baby.
10.
10, maybe.
Oh, 11.
Oh, we got an 11. Hell yeah. We're doing it, baby. We're doing it.
You want me to roll for Barlin?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Oh, he's doing it. Come on, give us the natural 20. Ah.
A 9.
Uh,
Alright, so 11 being the highest.
9.
Anybody with a 10 and higher?
Just so you know,
What?
that 9's a 15.
Oh, okay. So anybody with a 10 and higher can see this. The portal has formed right around here. And it appears that there is... You can't really see an opening on the side you're facing, so you can assume that the enemies or anything that would be coming out is coming out in this direction. It's not above the surface. It is pretty close to the surface, but it is still underwater. And from what you can see from the sides, there is stuff coming out, and it looks undead. But you can't really tell. It just looks like weird, fleshy shapes coming out of the water, or coming out of the portal. And you can also see that there is some tritons coming up to fight them. And as this is happening, you see some of the shapes that are coming out of the portal are actually turning towards the ship.
Oh.
And they are headed your way. So...
Can I cast something?
Yes. You can do whatever you want.
I would like to cast Turn the Unholy.
Turn the Unholy. Okay.
Yes.
That's convenient. Perfectly useful at this time. One
Yes,
second.
I'm useful for once. Hell yeah. I'm doing it. We're doing it, Reddit.
What's the skill called again?
Turn the Unholy. You need the description as well?
Unholy. I'm just gonna Google it real quick.
Can give you the description.
Yeah,
I have it here.
Go ahead and give me the description.
As an action, you can censor fiends and undead. Each fiend or undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 16. On a failure, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that
Right,
something I can cast?
It is, but where are you casting it?
Close to the portal.
Okay, so you're gonna be standing... Well, that's not what I wanted to do. You're gonna be standing right about here?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and cast that. What do you need to roll to do that? Let's see.
It doesn't tell me anything. Just tells me the description.
Ah. So it has to survive a Wisdom saving throw. I see.
Yes.
Okay. Give me 1 second. We're going to.
Ooh. It's a zombie. They're doing the zombos. Zombo combo. Ooh, that's a lot of zombies, yo.
Oof.
Dude, that many? Got the front door.
Well, some of them are. There's only a few that are actually paying attention to you.
Oh, that's good.
Why is this freaking out? Anyway. Yeah, we'll throw a dog in there, even though it's not actually a dog. You can assume it's some sort of fish monster. So you do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so everybody but the dog is gonna make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. I'm gonna get my dice.
Kill these guys easily.
Oh, now the cheating begins. Watch him.
Absolutely.
Watch him with.
I'm
Watch him
cheating.
closely.
Uh,
He's gonna
actually,
he's gonna do it.
I don't have my dice.
I don't know how
so,
he will, but he will.
Ooh. I need to roll dice, and I don't want y'all to see this.
Borrow Pando's dice.
I can do that. I'm gonna do that.
He doesn't know where his dice are.
Preparation, man. It is important.
Yeah, but
figured I was gonna.
yeah, things change, plans happen.
Weird players make weird spells. I get it. I get it.
Exactly.
He wasn't prepared for it. I know. I know.
Okay. So.
Tisk tisk.
Nope. That was a bad idea. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. Okay. So what did they have to beat to
16.
a 16?
Come
Okay.
on. They're dumb. They're not gonna make that. Fingers crossed.
This guy is turned.
Hell yeah.
So he runs. What direct? He has to run a certain amount of feet in a direction, right?
Description says it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
So it moves in this direction.
Hell yeah.
This one also moves in this direction.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
This one does not.
Wait, what? No, nah. Rig. Call rig.
This one does. And this one does not.
Oh, boo.
And this thing never got affected by it, so it's going to continue moving towards the ship.
Oh, that's at least 3 of 6. I did my job. Okay, I'm peacing out. Go have a good one. I'm done here. I'm done here.
Hey DM, can I be
Yeah.
annoying for a second?
Yeah, be annoying.
Nope.
Could you just put a number next to each one of the enemies?
To identify which ones they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Excuse me. I have got the burps.
Same.
As Shrek always says, better out than in. And Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Also, how long are we gonna keep on playing here?
We're probably gonna wrap this up pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're gonna move close to the side of the ship. And while this is happening, Lucian, let's see, Quartermaster Lewis. Who else? Yeah, Lucian's gonna be there. And Nyx is also going to be there. Wherever I put Nyx. You know, I don't even know where Nyx is right now. There she is. Okay. They're all going to be, they have bows, so they are actually going to be aiming at the constructs that appear to be coming towards you. And Nyx is going to attack and fail. Lucian is going to attack and hit number 2. And he's going to blow off one of its limbs. Quartermaster Lewis is going to attack number 1. And also going to shoot it and hit one of its limbs. Does anybody want to try and attack number 3?
Did we roll initiative?
This isn't like an actual true combat scenario yet.
Then yeah, I'll go ahead and roll attack. Actually, where is he? Could I use Calico Jack for him?
Yeah, sure.
That'd be, boop, boop. All right. So I'm gonna aim towards 3. Going to roll 1d20 plus my added to hit. Be 26.
Ooh.
Okay, that hits. Roll for damage.
Be 5, 9.
9. Okay.
9.
Let's see. Is there any place that you're aiming for? Or are you just trying to...
Specifically his head.
Its head, okay. So you hit the
that
head.
cat though.
Huh?
That cat though. Background.
Oh. So you hit the head, and the impact kind of knocks its arms loose from climbing the side of the ship. And as this happens, the ship kind of continues moving rather quickly, and these now stunned flesh constructs aren't really attaching to the ship anymore.
Nice.
And they are also are a little too slow to be able to catch up with it at this point. So I'm going to put them back here. And as you're going forward, you seem to have been passed over this battle area pretty quickly. Another portal opens up in the sky this time.
Nice.
And it's pretty big. It's a big portal.
Big.
Let me see if I can draw this out easier. Draw shape. It's a very square. Okay. I'll just do it freehand. That's not the color I wanted.
Oh, he's winging it. Oh, snap. Winging it.
You know, it'd be cool.
That can't be good.
If they had, like the drawing pads. Is if you could use this with the drawing pad.
I could do it, but I don't have my drawing pad set up.
Oh,
I need to do that next time.
Oh.
So it is facing downwards, and I know this is like a great representation of what we
that
want.
is the best portal I have ever seen drawn.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
is-
Ooh.
The
It is
cake was a
my-
lot.
Also, step aside.
It is my magnum opus.
That's a good portal.
It is my masterpiece.
It even has a black hole. I'm speechless. The fuck is speechless?
Anyway,
Is this an artist right there?
so above the ship, you can see this portal spawning in the sky, and when it spawns, you can hear the screams of the damned, and you see these ropes of flesh and bone falling down out of this portal and casting down into the sea, while still being attached to something inside of the portal. The zombies that you had turned are swimming towards this portal that is coming down from the sky, as well as other zombies nearby. And Captain Blackheart is looking over the side. Whoops. I'm gonna move these people out of the way. He's looking over the side, and he kind of takes a step back. And as he does this, you see a giant figure underneath the portal rising to the surface. And it appears to be a giant squid.
Nice.
Some sort of giant squid monster. And it is being attached to with ropes of flesh and bone as it is being pulled, hoisted up out of the water, up into the portal. So from
I
what
turn to the captain, Captain Blackburn, and I say, is that by any chance the Kraken you were fighting some time ago?
That would be the Kraken.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so from what you can tell, these things are pulling the Kraken out of the ocean into the portal in the sky, bringing it up into whatever it is on the other side. From what you can imagine, the infernal realm, the infernal plane, I should say.
Well, I mean, it's getting out.
I'm gonna go ahead and I cast. Wait, what was it called? I'm gonna cast Divine Sense near the portal.
Okay, roll a history check.
History.
Actually-
that.
Not history. Roll. I guess roll. You're doing divine sense. Okay, so from what you can tell, it is definitely infernal in origin, but it also seems abyssal at the same time. in addition, I'm going to say because you are a cleric, you also, you're a paladin. You're also going to have some insight into history of particular demonic entities. And I'm going to say that you are under the impression that this is the work of Orcus, who is a pretty bad dude. While this is happening,
Okay.
yeah, while this is happening, Luca is like, oh no, this is like the worst thing that could be happening right now. This is that one guy, that one guy that the Nine Mad Lads were telling us about. Orca.
It's Orcus.
Orca. Yeah, it was Orca. Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say? Orcus? Orcus. It was Orcus. Yeah,
Orcus.
Yeah, that was him. He's the one. Oh, this is bad.
I'm gonna say it very loudly. Guys, we should probably stop whatever is happening right there and right now, because something that has to deal with Orcus next to us, we don't want to have that near us. Trust me.
This Captain Blackheart says, there's a saying in the game of cards, and that saying is you have to know when to hold 'em and when to fold 'em. And I'm sorry, my friend, but it's folding time. And he runs over to the pilot and has him steer the ship away from the portal as they continue heading towards Wolfwater, but away from this monstrosity that y'all are witnessing. So, with that, the ship heads towards Wolfwater, and y'all are on the sea for about 2 or 3 more days, and you do arrive in Wolfwater. And it happens to be just in time for the Green Grass Festival. But when you arrive into the port, you'll notice in the distance that there is other portals that are opening, and they're the same types of portals that you just witnessed on the sea. And with that, that's going to be it for the night.
Oh no. We're all gonna die.
Probably.
I'm going to jail.
So yeah, the item that you have aboard the ship is actually pretty important. So we'll have to see how that ties in to the Green Grass Festival and to the rest of the campaign later. But it is.
I'm gonna sell it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it. It is pretty powerful. Anyway, y'all have arrived, and it looks like the mission is accomplished. So, with that, that's gonna be the rest of the night. And I thank y'all for joining. Sorry, I know a lot of it was pretty narrative heavy. Unfortunately, there was a lot of stuff that just tied along with pushing the story forward.
Dude, it's alright. You did your best. Can't fault you for that. Although I kind of think I messed up the combat, didn't I?
Well, I mean, it shortened it. Y'all
Yes.
were gonna have a chance to fight. You didn't mess it up. You just prevented yourselves from being able to fight some of the little undead stuff. But like I said, from what you were when y'all dealt damage to these constructs, they didn't appear to be super strong. But there was certainly a lot of them. However, you did notice that some of them did, for some reason, have pretty high wisdom. which is important to note.
Okay, but not enough to save them from a 16.
Yeah, some of them rolled
Point
really
that
low.
out.
Like really
Ah.
low.
Ah! I can't throw dice for shit, but my luck with saving throws. Mwah! I got it. I got that shit on lockdown. That's
see
locked
him.
down, Fort
I
Knox
see
style.
I see a butt in the water. Yes, that is a butt in the water.
That's a booty. That's a booty hole.
It is my masterpiece. An angry
It's
water
priceless.
butthole.
It's priceless. I'm telling you, it's priceless.
All right, so thanks y'all for joining, and that's going to be the stream for tonight. I will see you next stream. I believe we are going to be streaming Friday. Let me just double check the schedule to make a
Tomorrow.
shout out.
I heard. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
I don't think that's the thing that's
Oh.
going to happen. I'm sorry, man.
Ah, West, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart.
I won't go breaking your heart. I wouldn't if I tried.
So we're going to be doing something the first, potentially, but we don't know, for the New Year's Day. We're definitely having Sudo Random Legends, the continuation, next Friday. But then we also have a Hot Sauce Challenge coming up on January 8th, that following Wednesday.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail.
I posted a sneak preview already, but I don't know if anybody saw some of the hot sauces that I got and who's familiar with hot sauces. But anyway, that is the game for the night. Thank you for joining. And do you have any quests?
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
No.
Nope. No.
That's like my line, dude.
No.
Nope. I'm just gonna nope it.